Hey everyone, it's Brandy and welcome back to my channel, Brandy Janae's Bookshelf. Just got distracted by geese flying off. Sorry. Today I'm going to be talking about the books that I would like to read in November. So obviously this video is going up a little late for you guys. My intention was to post this video last week, but last week I was just not in the mood to do anything. So if you didn't catch my live show or watch the playback or anything, I decided to do a live show last week because I didn't have any of the videos that I had planned, prepped, or filmed or anything. And I was just super tired all last week and I just wasn't in the mood to film anything, and I didn't want to film and then have the content be not as great as it could have been because I was in such a kind of crappy mood. So I decided to just not do that, and so here I am. So anyway, like I was saying, today I'm going to be talking about the books that I'm planning to try to read in November. I think I may have lost my mind just a tad bit because I randomly decided that I'm gonna try to read at least 30 books in 30 days. Now, hear me out. I know this is probably kind of random considering that I feel like I'm still just getting back into reading after having so long without having read anything new for the most part. But about halfway through October, I checked out a bunch of books because I was trying to do a recommendation, like a spooky recommendations video, which ended up not going up, but I think I'm still gonna do because I still have all the books that I haven't read yet either checked out from the library or they're available through Kindle Unlimited. I think that list alone is about 20 books. And they're all comics and manga. So because I didn't get to those last month, I figured I can just roll those over. But then I also have a whole stack of books that I want to get to. I have multiple stacks of books next to me actually, but some of those are for the next video that I'm going to film. So let me move those out the way so I don't get them confused. Anyway, I had planned out my TBR before November started, but then I randomly got on Twitter. It was something that I was going to do or to try to check. And then I found out about a readathon, and I haven't participated in a readathon, I think, all year, if I'm not mistaken. Like, I think I had intended to, but for whatever reason it just didn't end up working out. And I really like reading during readathons. Long story short, I found out about the 1000 Doors readathon and I decided that I'm going to participate in that. And then I realized that doing that, my TBR might end up needing to change based off of the prompts. However, I don't know all the prompts because the way they have it set up is the prompts that you receive after the first one are going to be based off of your previous readings. If you haven't heard of this readathon, I'm going to give a brief kind of summary of it and make sure to link their Twitter down below, which has all the information that you would need to participate in this. The way they have it set up is that there are 3 main hosts, and on the first they each posted a video, which was the first door, that each of them had a prompt for that. You can interpret their prompt however you wanted to. The one that I decided to go with was the one that was based off of a meme, and I will leave the link to that specific video down below of the prompt that I decided to choose. And I did end up picking a book for that, but it wasn't one that was on my original TBR, so that's why I'm like, my TBR is already changing, which typically happens for me anyway. And then once you finish the book, once you finish a book, they have doors that you go to based off of whatever you rated the book, and then they have links to the next video which you will get your next prompt from. So yeah, I'm going to be participating in that. It's basically a choose your own adventure readathon, but like I said, you don't know all the prompts ahead of time. You kind of have to base your prompts on your reading after the first one. Like, you get to pick your first prompt, but after that it kind of is based off how your reading goes, pretty much. So far November, I haven't even started even talking about the books yet, but so far in November I decided that I'm trying to read 30 books in 30 days, and then the $1,000 readathon is happening that I'm trying to participate in. And then I also found out, which ended up being a good thing, that I didn't film my TBR like I planned on yesterday because I was almost about to go to sleep. I found out about the Girls with Glasses readathon, which is inspired by Alyssa Cole and her books. So they have it set up where there is a bingo board, and I think there are also possibly Instagram challenges, like photo challenges. And this is to help get promotion out about her new release, which is a spinoff of her Reluctant Royal series. I will get the information, make sure to leave that in the description box, so if you're interested in participating, you can as well. On to the actual books. So I'm not going to be going over everything that I would like to read. I'm not going to go over all those comics and mangas that I talked about that I have out from the library, but I will be going over pretty much the books that I had on my official TBR. I'm going to start off with Midnight Sun by Stephanie Meyer. This wasn't initially on my TBR. This is actually the book that I chose for that first prompt for the $1,000 readathon. The next book that I have on my TBR for the month is A Kingdom of Flesh and Fire by Jennifer R. Armentrout. Honestly, I don't know if you can see that since the cover is so white, but hopefully, there we go, it's focusing on that than my face. This was a rollover from last month. I didn't end up having enough time to get to this one, so I'm gonna do my best to get to it this month. We're gonna see, because so far, as you can see, I have a couple chunky books on my TBR. Moving on, another one that was a rollover from last month that I didn't get a chance to get to was Ring Shout by P. Jolie Clark. The next one that's on my TBR is Super Fake Love Song by David Yoon. I was able to receive this one from the publisher, and since this does come out this month, I would like to try to get to it. Going along with early copies that I have, I would like to also get to War Girls and Rebel Sisters by Tochi Onobuchi. Next, I have The Good Look Girls by Charlotte Nicole Davis. This is the first book in another series, also one of those books that I did receive last year. I don't think the next book is coming out until next year, I'm pretty sure, but another one that I have heard amazing things about. It's not that long, and I've been really wanting to read this. Like, I feel like all of these books that are on my TBR for this month, I have been meaning to read for way too long now, and I'm just like, I need to get to them. And then I also have A River of Royal Blood by Amanda Joy, another one of those black fantasies that came out last year that I haven't gotten to. And then I have A Song of Wraiths and Ruin by Roseanne A. Brown. This is one that actually came out this year. What I believe is the last fantasy that's on my official TBR. Sorry, I keep doing air quotes. I'm such a mood reader, but I do enjoy having like somewhat of a guide to reading for the month. Anyway, that's Legendborn by Tracy Dion. I received this one in Now Curry Box. Another one I've heard pretty good things about from not pretty good. I've heard amazing things about this one as well. I feel like everyone that I have seen that have read this loved it. So I'm really looking forward to this one. A lot of big books on my TBR this month. A lot of books by black authors. I want to read them all. Hopefully I have enough time, or I read fast enough to get to them all. I'm going to do my best, but wish me luck. I'm not done yet though. I do have a couple more books to talk about. All of them are contemporary. I think they're actually all contemporary romances, and they're all adult. I'm saying all like it's a lot. It's 3 of them. Anyway, the next one that I have is Take a Hint, Danny Brown by Talia Hibbert. This is the second book in her companion series. I'm looking forward to this one. I'm sure that I'm gonna love it. And then finally, I do have 2 books from the same author that I need to get to, obviously, and that is Sweet Talking Lover and Like Lovers Do by Tracy Livesay. Okay, so those are all the books that are on my official TBR. I'm a mood reader for the most part, so I'm gonna do my best to stagger these out so I'm able to read them but also not get tired of reading the same type of book, I guess. And like I mentioned before, I do have mangas and comics to break up some of this longer reading. Let me know what you guys are planning on reading this month, and if there are any readathons that you're participating in. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and if you'd like to see more from me, make sure you subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you again in the next one. Bye.